discussion video. This is the second video of the day. We reacted to the NBA draft last night. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And I may drop one more video. It's either going to be the Spurs rebuild video or 2K video. Or it might be another trade discussion video. I don't know yet. Because I do have work later this evening. But this off season has been crazy. If I wasn't a Celtics fan, I would damn near say the off season has been way crazier than the actual NBA Finals was. The trades, the freaking draft picks, the draft trades. This NBA off season has been off to a wild start, and we're gonna talk about it. Now I will say, once my second channel is up, more of these types of videos are gonna be on the other channel. But if you do still want me to talk about different news that's going on in the NBA or NFL, just type it in the comments that you want me to do a reaction to a certain trade or just news in general. But let's get into it, man. So Mikal Bridges was traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the New York Knicks. Yes, the New York Knicks reuniting the Villanova squad with Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. Now I must say, Brooklyn gave up a crap ton of picks, man. They gave up 4 unprotected first round picks. 4, man, that's crazy. 4 unprotected first round picks. 1 protected first round pick from the Bucks. And I think they got rid of Bogdanovic. So they gave up a lot, man. Now I guess in the short term, the Knicks are having a win now mindset. Because think about it, they were 1 game away from making it to the conference finals. But they were injured and banged up, and they lost to a tough Pacers team. So they were close last year. I do think this makes them a top 3 favorited team in the East. With assuming the Celtics are as good as they were this year, which I am sure they will be. I would say Boston, maybe Philly if they get Paul George, or Miami fully healthy. I think the Knicks, this firmly puts the Knicks at least in the second round and potentially back in the conference finals. So in the short term, it's very good, but it's also saying that they believe Jalen Brunson can win as the best player. I don't know, man. It's hard to be the best player when your best player is 6'1", and he's not a defensive lockdown specialist. You know what I mean? It's just hard to be that short. Yeah, now Jalen Brunson is a monster. Don't get me wrong. He's an all-star, borderline superstar. I mean, he was playing like a superstar in the playoffs, so he might. I need to see Jalen Brunson do it again to say he's a superstar. Because for me, the way I view Jalen Brunson is he's an all-star who has superstar moments. But if he does what he did last year, I will say he's a superstar. But I just need to see more of it. Just one more year of Jalen. But yeah, that does show the type of confidence the organization has in Jalen Brunson. Because as good as Mikal Bridges is, he's still not a superstar or all-star level talent. He's not even better than Jalen Brunson currently. So that tells you how the organization feels about Jalen Brunson. They believe that they can win with Jalen Brunson being their best player. Now, I must say, as a fit, it is perfect as a fit. Another scorer who can give you 15 to 20 a night. He's actually a two-way player. Elite perimeter defender, has great length and wingspan. High energy guy, which is perfect for how the New York Knicks run their team. And Tom Thibodeau, he likes hustle players. And like I say, he's from Villanova, so he has the connection with the guys already. So it's a great fit. It's a damn near A+ fit. Maybe if he could put the ball on the floor a little bit better, it would be an A+, but it's definitely at least an A- at the very least. But is it enough? That's the question. Do they have to win the NBA championship? You generally need a top 10 player on your team or a top 5 player on your team. Jalen Brunson, is he a top 10? Debatably. Is he top 5? Hell no. So is Jalen Brunson, with really good players around him, two-way players around him, enough to come out of the East and then beat a team from the West where where you got the Timberwolves, who just got Rob Dillingham and Sharp in the draft with Anthony Edwards and the pieces they have. You have the Thunder, you got the Nuggets. The Thunder just got Alex Caruso. Like, these teams are getting better, man. So that's from the Knicks' perspective. That's a good move. Now for the Nets. So I saw somewhere that the Nets are just trying to blow everything up, and they might consider getting rid of Ben Simmons as well. I understand it. They're tired of the mediocrity. They're tired of not. They're tired of like trying to cheat their way to a championship. And when I say that, I mean like, oh, let me go get a superstar and try to bring him on a team and create a super team out of nowhere without having real chemistry, like they did with James Harden, KD, and Kyrie. Now it looks like they want to just blow up the whole team and build to the draft, which is the right way to do it. That's the best way to do it. If you look at all the teams throughout history, they've mostly built to the draft. The Chicago Bulls with Jordan. You got the Celtics with the 80s Celtics, the Celtics from now, with Jason Tatum and Brown, the Lakers from the 80s. It's the best, the Warriors. Like, look at it, man. It's the teams that draft well and do it organically. Those are the teams that create dynasties. So I do understand the logic in the moves. Plus, even if they did bring like an all-star level player or something like that, or a borderline superstar player over there, it still wouldn't be enough for them to go get over the top. It would probably just make them a first round exit, or maybe a second round exit the most. So they wouldn't have enough regardless. So it's better that they do it organically, and build through the draft. So now I'm interested to see, are they gonna try to build around Cam Thomas, or is Cam Thomas just gonna be a piece to the puzzle in terms of them being like an important role player, like a second option. It's going to be really interesting to see over the years what these draft picks the Nets have turned into. Hopefully they can get a player who is better than Mikal Bridges or better than Cam Thomas, because I don't think you can win with Cam Thomas as your best player either. Like, they're not you have to have a generational type of player, like an SGA, a LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, Wemby, Luka, Tatum's. You need generational. They haven't had a generational talent that they drafted in decades since, like, I don't even know who. So I think this is good for both sides. Now, do I think the Knicks probably gave up a little bit too much? Yes, they probably did give up a little bit too much. But hey, it'll make the money. It'll definitely get the fans more interested in it coming out. And Knicks fans are crazy. They were showing up last year regardless. So this just gives them more of a reason to want to show up and support their team. It'll probably boost the revenue up because people are going to buy their jersey, because Mikal Bridges' jersey, because he's from that Villanova team. He'll probably be on the Jalen Brunson podcast with Josh Hart. For sure, that's definitely coming up. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts on this off season. Let me know if you guys want me to keep doing these little ASMR NBA updates. They're pretty fun to make. But yeah, I'm excited for this off season, man. I'm hyped after this draft, man. I might watch not the entire second round, but I might watch a portion of the second round. I really just want to see Bronny get drafted. Let me know in the comments, do you think Bronny James will get drafted? Because he has not gotten drafted at all yet. And I probably should have mentioned that in my draft video. We were talking about so many other things. And I was hyped that Rob Dillingham got drafted by the Timberwolves, that I didn't even mention Bronny didn't get drafted yet. So we'll see, man. I think he's going to be a useful player, man. I don't think he's a bum like these people try to make it. I think he's going to be a 3-and-D player. I think he's going to be like a Marcus Smart type of player, but maybe like a better shooter. He's definitely more athletic. I think he could be better than Marcus Smart eventually. He may not ever be a defensive player of the year, but I think in terms of what he brings to a team, in terms of defense, versatility, be able to guard different positions, just all different types of things, and his athleticism is pretty solid as well. So let me know your thoughts on the Mikal Bridges trade. Which team do you think won the trade? I would say the Knicks, I guess, in terms of they could win now, and you never know what those draft pieces are going to become. Peace, and I'll get you next one. I'm out. Peace. Hey.